In this lecture, let's look at this question. In the xy plane, if we are given the point A is 9, 12, you see here is 9 and here the vertically is 12 units. So A is this point and B is the point 12, 5. You see here is 10, so 11, 12 and 5 units up. If we are given 2 points on an xy plane, then we should be able to find out the angle between OA and OB. Using the law of cosine. Okay, so how we're going to find it? From the law of cosine, we can actually derive cosine theta is the length of OA squared, OA, this length squared, plus the length of OB squared, so the length of this side squared, minus the length of AB squared, so minus the length of this side squared, and then divided by what? Divided by 2 times the length of LA. 2 times this side, and then times the length of OB, okay, times the length of this side. Alright, so that's based on the law of cosine, we can find out this formula. Okay, now, how long is LA? LA squared is just 9 squared plus 12 squared. Okay, so this length squared is just x squared plus y squared. Okay, now 9 squared plus 12 squared equals 225. Okay, if you remember, actually 225 is what? Is 15 squared. Okay, you may find out. You see radical 225, you have 15. Okay, so it's 15 squared. Then this tells us LA is 15. Okay, so this length is actually 15 units. Similarly, you can find out LB squared. That's x coordinate squared, 12 squared, plus 5 squared. Okay, so you can do is 12 squared plus 5 squared. Okay, so this is 169. Again, if you remember, 169 is actually 13 squared. Okay, then you then have is OB is actually 13 units. Now, how long is AB? Alright, AB, squared is what? Is 12 minus 9 squared plus 5 minus 12 squared. Okay, this is based on the distance formula. Okay, 12 minus 9 squared, 5 minus 12 squared. That's the distance formula. Okay, so you then have 12 minus 9 is 3 squared, plus 5 minus 12 is what? 5 minus 12 is negative 7 and then squared. So you have a 7 squared, which is 58. Okay, which is 58. So you may put 58 here. And then the distance between A and B is radical 58. Okay. Now you have everything you needed. Cosine theta is OA squared, so it's 225 plus OB squared is 169 minus AB squared, that's minus 58. Okay, and then divided by 2 times OA without squared, so times 15, and then times OB, which is 13. Okay. Now, when you do this with your calculator, you want to be careful. Parenthesis 225 plus 169 minus 58, close parenthesis. Don't forget the parenthesis. Divided by another parenthesis, 2 times 15 times 13, close parenthesis. Hit enter, you have the answer. And then the answer is approximately 0.8615 384615. Okay? So, you know, when you do the cosine inverse theta, then theta equals what? Theta equals cosine inverse this number, 0.8615384615. Okay. So here is the way, because there are too many digits. When you input these digits, you will make some mistakes. So the way to avoid mistake is like this. You want to store this calculation result into the memory X. So you hit store, and then you do alpha. Here the green memory X, hit that. Then you hit enter. This tells us that the number 0.8615384615 is stored into the memory X unit. Now, then you do second cosine. You may input this value, but since we have a stored X, so we can recall this one and get this number back. This will save your time, and make things be accurate. So you do is, you want to recall, so second, a yellow function, RCL, recall, and then you want to do which memory unit? Green memory is alpha X. Okay. So you hit enter, this number shows up. And you use close parentheses. You then hit enter, and then is approximately how much? That's 30.51. 30.51 degrees. How do you know this is in degree? Again, if you hit the mode, you see degrees highlighted. So you know the answer comes out is in degree. Okay? So here then we know this theta is 30.51 degrees. So with law of cosine is very powerful. For any two given points, we can immediately tell how large this angle is. Alright? Please review this lecture. I'll see you next time.